Hello and welcome back to Whiteland Restorations.
Welcome back to us as well.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh, we're back.
What a start to 2023.
Even a little bit before 2023, we have had the worst start to a new year ever. You wouldn't believe.
It's been a bumpy start. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Now, if you're wondering where we've been, if you've not seen any of the updates or anything, we got struck down by COVID.
We certainly did. It went through the house one by one. The only person who escaped it was Laura, which is weirdly she's normally the one who has COVID.
Yeah, she's the one who brings it home and keeps it, but this time avoided it.
Managed to avoid it. Fair play to her though for avoiding it. But it was rough going.
It started. I went up to Anglesey with the kiddies to go and see my side of the family. And got there, and in my mum's house, everybody started coming down with COVID around us.
Yeah.
So
it was 10 o'clock at night when somebody tested positive, and you were on the phone. It was like, I don't know what to do. I said, well, you can't drive back now because it's a 3-hour journey and
through the mountains,
through the dark, and so you'll have to hide yourself away. And unfortunately,
we camped out in a bedroom, the lot of us, and next morning got in the car and legged it back down to us.
Unfortunately, by then you'd picked it up.
Yeah, I had it. Yeah.
And you were okay with it?
I
you
was
had
okay.
a cold.
Yeah, it was like a bad cold, a bit of a cough, feeling a bit breathless, and just really crap, actually, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then little one got it, and unfortunately she didn't fare so well.
Oh, poor thing. She's only small, and her
Yeah.
temperature skyrocketed, and then
We got through the fever. The
she
fever
didn't
broke.
want to eat much, and we broke the fever,
Yeah.
and then her temperature plummeted, which was the scariest thing. We ended up
scary.
in middle of A&E.
Oh, we had to phone.
2
We
o'clock
actually
in the
phoned for
morning.
an ambulance,
Yeah,
and they said it was going to be
9 hours for an ambulance.
9 hours. Couldn't believe it. And I was like, Lewis, get in the car. We're not waiting 9 hours for an ambulance.
But by the time we got to the hospital, her body temperature was back up and she was back to normal. They gave her the all clear and we left. And fair play to them, they saw us within 20 minutes.
They cannot thank the staff at Aberystwyth Hospital enough. They are amazing. Every time we have been there.
Every time we've been to
have been
the
amazing.
Aberystwyth Hospital, they have been nothing but nice.
Yeah, really can't fault them. You know, they're under a lot of stress at the moment. And
Oh, God.
Don't even get me started on the politics of it, but we can't thank them enough. They're lovely. They really are lovely.
They certainly are lovely, yeah.
But the worst thing is, this one got it after
I got
Louisa.
it then. I got it because I was holding Louisa in the hospital, and I'm unvaccinated. Not because I don't believe in vaccinations. I'm not a weirdo. It's because
You haven't been able
I
to
haven't
get
had
out
time.
of it. Yeah.
I've just been trapped in the workshop, just focusing on work, which will change this year. Then I picked it up off Louisa because I was holding her in hospital and she pulled my mask off my face like, Daddy!
Oh,
I was like, oh dear.
in the house, Louisa and I had isolated in one of the bedrooms. We were hidden away trying to save you from catching it, but it didn't help. So then after that, we were all able to be in the house together anyway. So, you know, Paul Lewis was camped out in Louisa's bedroom.
I was, but I fared fine with COVID. Like Louisa, my body temperature went absolutely nuts. I'd never been so hot and so cold at the same time.
You had the shakes.
I was
so
hot.
Yeah, you were shaking.
But I was shivering.
Yeah.
And that was about the worst of my
scary.
COVID symptoms.
I mean, it took us a long time to shift it, to get negative tested, because we have firmly believed that had negative, we had COVID, we're not leaving the house till we're negative.
Okay. We don't want to spread.
Yeah.
If we've got it, we're not giving it to somebody else, and we did not give it to somebody else.
Yeah,
our strain of COVID ended with us.
We waited. I mean, even our poor competition winner had to wait for his prize to get posted out. We wouldn't even go out to the post office.
Probably got it by the time he gets his
Yeah,
video,
he should have
maybe?
it by the time this goes out. Congratulations
Maybe.
again, Nick.
Well, hopefully we'll get some pictures back from him.
Yeah,
And we'll stick it in
hopefully.
maybe next week's video.
So we have had good 3 or 4 weeks.
After COVID's departing gift to me was abscess in my tooth.
Oh God, yeah.
Because apparently it can leave you open for tooth infections in your gums.
So you got an abscess.
I had a freaking abscess, which was way worse than COVID itself.
But you were still tested positive, so you couldn't go to the dentist.
Yeah, I was testing positive, can't go to the dentist. So I just phoned the doctor and said, I got COVID. I got an abscess. Please help me. It hurts so much. And he said, yeah, okay, I'll send you some antibiotics.
Emergency drug run. That helped you out no
Oh,
end,
God.
thank goodness.
I couldn't sleep. Couldn't sleep with the pressure. And there's nothing worse than abscess. Tooth pain is the worst.
And with Louisa being sick, I didn't sleep for like 2 days again.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Poor little
we
boy.
got over it in the end. We're back now.
Back to 100%.
Touch wood, we are almost back to 100%. It is behind us. We are going to just start our new year from February. Not January off the calendar.
We are looking at a bright sunshine in the distance going, that's 2023 over there. We are looking towards 2023.
We
not
promised
like,
Laura
oh,
that
man.
we'd redo New Year's Eve.
Yeah, we're having a new New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
I had COVID for my birthday. Brilliant.
Yay.
I didn't get to spend my 2-week holiday fixing my E30 because I was at home taking blooming painkillers like
You've
nobody's
never taken
business.
so many drugs in your life. Oh my gosh.
It was madness.
So yeah, your 2-week got cancelled. You didn't open your birthday presents.
No.
It was just, oh, what a nightmare.
But we're back now.
And the good news is we're working on the Volvo.
We are back on the Monica.
Yeah.
This weekend's video is the finishing of the axle, which it looks really nice.
Oh God, it looks stunning.
Looks really good.
So nice.
And I've done the start of the underbody protection, which we haven't finished filming.
We haven't finished filming that yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there.
Which is why it's all wrapped up because of the stone chip stuff.
Yeah. Got Madam here as well.
Madam's just there. She's biting a new donkey.
It's the first time she's been in the workshop this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, we're back on it. Back onto normal worky work as well.
Yeah, back onto the project. So shall we go around the projects and catch up everybody?
Shall we?
Oh no!
We've got something else first.
There's something way more important.
Something way more important.
We've been sent some stuff by a lovely subscriber from. I don't think you could get further away.
No, you couldn't. Literally,
from
you couldn't.
Australia, we've been sent some cool stuff.
Yeah, well, a subscriber has sent us a lovely gift. James Ducker from Volvo Forums. He has sent us. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. A pair of strut braces.
They're very cool.
They're
so very cool. I'm going to do a lovely job of making them look beautiful.
Oh, he's done such a good job with them. Get down, it's not for you, you silly dog. He's done such a good... Rusty, such a good job of packaging these.
Oh, Rusty loves them.
Rusty loves them.
She likes the smell of Australia, apparently.
At least there's no killer spiders in there.
Well, yeah, I was kind of hoping there wasn't any spiders in here.
Oh, look at this.
Hey, arachnophobia style.
And the bolts and everything.
And the bolts.
James, you are amazing. Check
you
that out.
so much.
These are going to be nice finishing touch for our engine
They
bay.
certainly are.
Yeah.
They certainly are.
Oh, should we paint them a colour or?
I think they need to stand out.
They need to stand
They
out.
need to stand out. So we will pick a colour.
And not only that, yeah, but we've had something else.
He sent us some stickers.
Volvo stickers.
Check them out.
Go and check out the forum. Really good resource. I think a lot of Australian Volvo owners are in that
all
forum.
over that, yeah. And a couple of key rings, which is super nice of them.
Get this on the fridge now.
Volvo's double-sided key rings. That's very
There's
cool.
a website. Hold on. ozvolvo.org. Go and check that out. But thank you very much, James. Really appreciate it. It's going to be a fantastic addition for Monica.
It is.
It's good.
It really is.
Right, shall we go and have a look around?
Let's have a quick tour.
Let's go and have a quick tour. Let's go and have a little catch up.
The Focus RS.
Ooh, it's almost ready for primer.
It is ready for primer.
Considering this was supposed to be done and dusted before Christmas, we're not doing too bad. It's primer.
It's not too bad.
Primer stage tomorrow, maybe tonight, tomorrow.
There was a fair amount of work in the bonnet because they've cut in these Ford grills from another type of Ford. If you know, drop it in the comments. I don't, but these will fit into there like that, they look very nice. I actually think it really suits the car.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see it finished. I mean, you don't see many black RSs. So
you don't see many black RSs, and
nice.
Yeah, that's a touchy point for a lot of people because this is a genuine RS and it is actually quite a nice one.
Well, do you know what? I'm a firm believer of if it's your own car, you do what you like to.
That's exactly what I do to every car.
So those are good. Those are good.
Yeah, so that was a quick update
Yep.
on that. There's I'll do some B-roll, or maybe I'll carry you around. Yeah, so there's the bonnet that has been fillered and spray fillered and blocked down,
So square now.
ready for primer. So that'll be lovely and smooth and flat. And you can see some repairs happened on the wings, down the doors. This has all been sanded beautifully, ready and masked up for some primer.
But it was very straight, I have to say.
It was a straight car.
Very straight, yeah.
It's even straighter now.
You couldn't get any straighter now.
So there you go. It is already. There was a little dent on the B pillar.
Yeah, but no, all good now. Ready for primer.
This was probably one of the more tricky repairs, just of here, because this bit was repaired away from the bumper and wasn't checked.
It was a bit out of alignment, wasn't it?
And it was very much out of alignment, so I've had to cut and reshape.
Lewis has worked his magic, and it is now perfect.
Yes, it is now lovely. Other than that, that is all there is to report on the RS. Moving swiftly on. Monica is our 240, as most of you will know. It has had a lot of underseal stuff done. A lot of good old wire brushing and treatment of rust and stuff underneath.
There wasn't much rust, to be fair. It was just surface rust.
The normal obvious places for a Volvo. Not too bad, really, for a 86 Volvo.
But this is part of our ultimate underneath protection video. This is going to be a used Volvo 240.
Oh God,
this is not going to be a trailer queen. It's not going to be a garage stop out. It's going to be used. So we wanted it protected.
Summer.
Yeah, in the summer, not when the gritters are out, but still needs to be protected.
It certainly does. So, as you can see, this is my go-to. Always will be cavity wax.
Yeah,
it is
the stuff.
It's the stuff. It's the stuff. We're going to do an entire video on this. The ultimate chassis protection for your classic car.
Yeah, because it is. We wouldn't use anything else.
No.
But if you have a look under here, you can see
it's a bit messy in the front.
It's a bit messy
because I'll go through all this on the video. But basically, this car was coated in crap anyway, and it's a very expensive process to remove it. You either sandblast it all off, or you have to use dry ice to dry ice blast it all off.
We would love to have had a go at dry ice blasting on this. But
or you just get in there with petrol and stuff, and you physically by hand do it. And there's nothing wrong with that stuff. It's there for protection.
It is. It's protected it for this long, and it's done a good job. And we're just adding to it.
It's a bit nicer under the back because the back's already been.
Yeah. See.
We had a lot of welding going on in the back, so.
That is all protected now. In fact, the whole underneath is beautiful. You'll get a good look at it in the other video. We use this in Dasa Schultz.
Yeah, mostly because we already had it in stock.
Yeah.
But it is great
good
stuff.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. If we didn't have that in stuff, though, we would have definitely bought something from Bill Hamber.
Yeah.
Definitely. But we had that.
And the price of materials these days, we can't afford not to use what we've got.
We can't afford not to use what we've got.
So that's that.
Ignore the diffuser. That is a diffuser mould.
Lewis has been playing.
I have been playing, but it is completely not correct for the car. I'll show you now.
It's not
how incorrect it is. It's very curved compared to how flat the car is. So
the shape is all wrong. Lewis is going to make something custom.
So we're going to make an aluminium diffuser.
Unfortunately, we can't use the mould we got in stock.
No, unfortunately, no.
But there we go. Such is life.
And that is Monica.
That's Monica. Monica is one step closer to getting on the road. Oh, can't wait.
Oh, we can't wait, can we?
What's next?
I'm not going to show them the axle because that's next.
But it looks so good.
This weekend's video. You're going to have to tune in.
Right, okay. No axle.
To tune in.
No sneaky peeks.
We're going down to see Christina. Christina is the BMW
Ignore the heater sound, folks.
Probably won't hear it too much with these microphones.
Hopefully, yeah.
Wrapped back up again because I was spraying stuff.
Poor Lewis. Last year, I promised him 2 weeks off to work on this. Didn't happen. This year, I promised him another 2 weeks off to work on this, and then we got bloody COVID. You couldn't make it up. But, careful now.
Careful.
We had a couple of days where you did a few little things.
I had 2 or 3 days on it. I managed to do the fuel filter underneath the back, make a bracket to hold that, and do all the fuel lines. Actually, Kitch from Up and Down Garage has a very good video on the modern fuel lines not being good enough.
Yeah.
So have a look at that.
You'd be surprised how many split fuel hoses people have they don't know about.
The dash has made it in.
Look at this beautiful dash. I mean,
Half.
how rare is it to see a non-cracked E30 dash?
Yeah, it's a nice dash.
It's a nice dash.
I'm very happy with it.
It's beautiful.
It's not the one that was in the car, it's a different one. I had to find. My original dash was very cracked. And long story short, I tried to fit a leather cover, failed miserably.
That was
failed.
a disaster.
Disaster.
So that went in the bin.
That went in the bin. But other than that, oil cooler has been sorted out. These lovely pipes here, they're all bolted up nicely.
Yeah, look at those lovely fittings.
Um,
You see, is it going to focus? Focus, damn you.
There you go. Lovely oil cooler pipes, all beautifully fitted. Baba's getting grumpy.
Yeah, Baba's getting grumpy.
Where was I? Oh, I had just found out that I bought the wrong starter motor.
Oh yes,
That's
of
where I
course.
was.
Yeah, starter motor's the wrong one.
So I've got one location.
Turns out that's a 2-plug starter motor, and you need a 3-plug starter.
I'm missing a terminal, which is a saver. It connects to a saver relay, which basically, when you turn the key in, it cranks. It cuts off a load of other things.
We didn't know we had the wrong one.
I didn't know I had the wrong one. Now I do, so I've got to change that out.
It's on the to-do list.
That was about as far as I got, because a lot of it's very, very fiddly, very custom.
It takes time, and unfortunately, your time was stolen.
My time was stolen.
But
this is what else I was playing with to fit. The
oh yeah,
that's going to go in the dash. The central vents. I was trying to smooth it out and paint it a bit, because it's 3D printed parts are horrible, aren't they?
normal 3D printed parts, but the resin dip stuff is much nicer. This was not resin dip.
This is not resin dip, but that's going to go in the centre for. Yeah. I can't remember which ones I've got actually. I know I've got volts, oil pressure.
Did you get temp
and
as
oil
well?
temperature?
Yeah.
Oil pressure, oil temperature, and volts. That's what's going in there, and
So,
that is basically a very short story on Monica.
Yeah.
That was not Christina, who is
still a work in progress.
still a work in progress. Not sure if it will make the road this year.
So that's basically an update of everything that's been going on.
That is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got other plans, haven't we? Our personal fleet are going to be changed.
Yeah. And this is going to be a shock, but I'm getting rid of the Yeti.
Bum bum bum.
Bum bum bum. I need a bigger car. I just can't get everything in the Yeti. It's got a smaller boot, and we also need a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, we've had some. We just like a 4-wheel drive just to make sure we can get to families and stuff like that.
We had a couple of instances with it when it was very snowy and icy here, and we couldn't really go anywhere.
They don't really grit this road the workshop's on, and it has just turned into a sheet of ice. I know 4-wheel drive doesn't help with sheets of ice, but it helps better than 2-wheel drive.
2-wheel drive, yeah. So we're going to get rid of the Yeti, and we're also going to upgrade the work van to a 5-seater family work van. We're
going from a Caddy to a T5.
Yeah, the bigger brother, the Caddy. Yeah. And we're just looking to see what kind of cars we fancy now. I think an X5 is top of the list.
That is the top of the list for us, an E70 X5.
That will tick all the boxes, I think, because I do like toys, and there's a lot of toys in the X5.
They're nice. Well, I like BMWs, and That's one I haven't had. I haven't had a big BMW before.
No, so
I had a 5 Series. But...
we'll be on the lookout. So, that'll be fun. We'll bring you along for the journey for finding those as well, I think.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That's right. Because we've got a baby and a doggy, which means prams and dogs
teenager.
and a teenager and teenagers' friends and buying big things off Facebook Marketplace.
And we need to tow things.
And we need to tow things. Oh, yeah.
Great tow
X5
vehicle.
would be great. We'll tow in the trailer because we
caravan.
don't have a weight limit now. And the caravan, yeah. No bother at all. So that's going to be fun. But that's it, really. We're just back on. February is our new year. That's it.
That is it.
We're ignoring January.
Yeah, that's that when we're going to have our New Year's Eve on
31st of January.
31st of January.
Yeah, well, it depends. It'll have to be a Saturday because we promised Laurie she'll stay up to midnight, and that's 2 hours past our bedtime.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
It's hard work these days.
Can't stay up past 10. Oof.
No.
Right. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and hope you enjoyed the little update.
Yeah, and we'll see you on Sunday.
On Sunday with the regular instalment of Volvo goodness.
A Volvo yumminess.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks, guys.
So for now,
Bye.
ciao.